I'm going to introduce our honorary chair. I want to tell you a little bit about Jack Strosnider. Jack has been involved with the Greater St. Louis chapter since the late 70s and has been facilitating a monthly support group for Parkinson patients and their caregivers since 1991. That's 22 years and going. Okay. His initial involvement came after his spouse and lifetime partner Ruthie was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and they attended an educational program that Susan Levin put together at Washington University. Following Ruthie's death, Jack stayed active in their Southside support group, assuming a leadership role in 1991. It was this support group that Jack met Rose, his second wife, after Rose lost her husband to Parkinson's as well. They'd become friends when both couples attended this group. He and Rose continued to lead this Southside group together until Rose's unfortunate death following a stroke. He was devoted not only to Ruthie and then to Rose, but to the group members, and Jack has remained in this capacity as support group leader through it all. He also manages a weekly Parkinson exercise class, which meets in South County. Each week, he picks up a dozen donuts for the spouses who bring their loved ones for exercise. He has served on the APDA Board of Directors since 1999 and participates in all of our major fundraisers. He's the first to arrive and the last to leave, helping set up and greet people at our quarterly education programs held for the community. He and his daughter, Kathleen, recently represented our chapter at a symposium held in Columbia, Missouri, and I received immediate rave reviews about their interactions with this community as well. He is our secret weapon. For once you've met Jack, you feel an instant kinship. Jack was instrumental in the creation of our Celebration of Dance, a social event which he has provided funds to sponsor on an annual basis because of his strong belief in the benefits of socialization and the need for people with Parkinson's not to feel isolated and withdrawn as their circle of friends grow smaller over time. Jack loves people. He is warm and friendly and never without a kind word. He knows no strangers. He maintains contact with individuals no longer able to actively participate in his support group, or people who have also lost loved ones to this terrible disease. His answering machine says, "From the sunny side of Hempford Falls." But the sun is always shining wherever Jack is. He attends training sessions, ready to further his knowledge about PD and become a better support group facilitator, even though he's one of our best. In addition, he volunteers for the St. Louis County Park Trail Watch program. He walks 3 miles a day. He's a member of the board of Friends of Jefferson Barracks and helps with many of their programs. He also volunteers in the museums as a docent, and that's just what Jack does in his spare time. He is a volunteer extraordinaire, and we feel privileged to be associated with Jack and to have him represent the best of the APDA. The word no does not exist in this man's vocabulary, and I'm so thrilled that it doesn't exist in your vocabulary, Jack. We're proud to have this young, I told Carl we should bet how old you are. We could raise a lot of funds. This young 88-year-old gentleman actively involved with the APDA. When he calls, he says, "It's only Jack," and he always apologizes for disturbing me. And I always tell him that his calls are a welcome interruption and always brighten my day. Volunteers like Jack are hard to find, a lost generation, and we welcome the chance to recognize his extraordinary service through the honorary chairmanship of today's event. Jack. I'm going to clear this space. I'll be right back. Okay.
Hey, what can I say? Everybody needs a friend like Debbie, don't they? The last time she got me an award, it was just for being old. But I had to do something this time. And that donuts, I think that's why the exercise class comes. For the donuts. They bring their spouse and they make more racket where the therapist can't be heard, But I want to thank Debbie and whoever selected me to receive this honor. And I'll tell you the truth, it's a privilege and an honor to be a part of the Parkinson community and the APDA. And the APDA has been a part of my life for over 30 years. My first wife showed Parkinson symptoms, and my daughter's friend, who is here today, told us about the PEP meetings at a Jewish hospital. So we attended those meetings, and that's where we met Susan Levin, who is really responsible for our support group and our exercise class in South St. Louis. South St. Louis is a long way out from here. But that was 30 years ago when we went to that first, my daughter and Ruthie, and it's been a short 30 years, but a lot has happened. And then our support group has been meeting for 22 years, and I've had an active part in that since it started. Now, support groups are a very vital part of Parkinson therapy. Of course, I'm in the support group business, you know. I know a lot of research goes on, and we need that too, but we need support groups. And they grow. My daughter, she says the APDA is just it's a powerful support system where help is available all the time. And my daughter and I, Kathleen and I, we volunteer for the, she's still Kathleen, she's my kid. I won't tell you how old she is, but she, but we volunteer for the Greater St. Louis chapter, and it's payback time for all of the support and help that we received, our family and I, through the years. It's just through our Parkinson journey, it was always there. And we go to these meetings when we can, you know. Oh, they were asking me out there in the lobby, how long are you going to stay, you know? Are you going or leaving? And I says, well, I have an answer. I just bought a new car. And I bought a 7-year extended warranty. So that'll give you a clue. Somebody's going to put up with me for another 7 years. I don't know who it'll be. But, you know, I want to thank the gals from Garden Villa South. We have always had problems finding a meeting place. And we've been meeting at the Garden Villa South now for about 6 years, I think. And I'm not sure who's here today. Jeannie and Cheryl and Jody. Jody helps us every Monday. And Phyllis Murphy. Phyllis's hubby, Art, was in our very first exercise class in '92. So, but this group of people down there, they are special. Those gals, they do anything for us. Say, hey, I need a cordless mic, you know, there it is, you know. And I say, hey, we need more refreshments. My goodness, you don't know what you're going to get, you know. That's Sue in the kitchen. So, it's just, it's an honor in itself just to be a part of this group, you know. But there's a couple other people that I want to mention here, and that is Teresa Malik and Monica Perlmutter. So is Monica here? Oh. They were the first therapists at our exercise class. And that exercise class is still meeting. In fact, there's an exercise starts at the Garden Villa South at 11:30. And it's the class that they started. So I want to thank you too, and I know you're both here someplace. Yeah. Now then, I could tell you a lot of stories, but they cut me down to the bone. Got a lot of my friends came out for me today, and I'm happy to see you all. Now, when you're in the Chesterfield area, stop in at the Parkinson Community Resource Center. Say hello to Debbie, and look around and see what the APD can do for you or for maybe somebody you know. And be sure and thank her when you leave for all that she has done and all that she is doing for the Parkinson community. So anyways, for coming, but remember, help from the APDA is only one phone call away.
Before you slip away, this is APDA Greater St. Louis Chapter Honorary Chair Fashion Show. You honor us with your goodness, and we are blessed to be in the presence of your sunny disposition, rain or shine. Thank you for being our only Jack and for your years of service and selfless dedication to our Parkinson community. You are simply the best.
Gee whiz.
Thank you.
I've seen these